Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing good in your respective homes. And welcome to our review session for our upcoming second quarter examination. I hope na everyone has started already to review your other subjects. And this recording has three-part topics na atong na-discuss during our previous nga mga lessons. Okay, you can pause the video so that you can answer the questions that I have here sa atong video. Pwede rin ninyo i-pause ang video for you to answer. Okay, let's start. Part 1 of our review session is about the parts and functions of the compound microscope. Okay, question number 1, which part supports the slide being observed? A, stage, B, eyepiece, C, condenser, D, diaphragm. You can pause the video para maka-answer mo. Okay, the correct answer is letter A, stage. Number 2, the total magnification of a microscope is found by letter C, multiplying the eyepiece by the objective lens. Number 3, what part of the microscope holds the objective lenses and allow them to rotate? Okay, letter C, it's the nose piece. Number 4, why must you always carry the microscope with both hands? Okay, it prevents slipping and damage, letter B. Number 5, what happens to the image when viewed under higher magnification? Okay, letter B, it becomes darker and larger. Now let's go back to the different parts of the compound microscope and their function. We have here number 1, eyepiece, the part of the microscope that you look through to see the magnified image of a specimen. This one, the top part of the microscope is what you call the eyepiece or the ocular lens. Coarse adjustment knob is a larger knob used for focusing the microscope, and it moves the stage or the body through up and down to bring the specimen into general focus. Number 3, fine adjustment knob. It is a smaller knob used for fine-tuning the focus of the specimen after using the coarse adjustment knob. It moves the stage slightly to sharpen the image. After using the coarse adjustment knob class, diha pa muna tayo mag-adjust pod sa fine adjustment knob. Okay, next, body tube, the tube that connects the eyepiece to the microscope body. Revolving nose piece, it is the part that holds two or more objective lenses and can be rotated easily to change the power or the magnification. Kani diring naa nagunit sa objective lenses class mo na siya ang revolving nose piece. And the objective or objective lenses are the lenses closest to the specimen that are typically of varying magnifications. For example, katong 4x, 10x, 40x, and so on. Next, we have the condenser, a lens system below the stage that gathers and focuses light from the illuminator into a focus cone of light that passes through the specimen. We also have the mirror. It is used to reflect light from an external source like lamp or sunlight up through the specimen into the objective lenses. Next is the base, the bottom part of the microscope that provides stability and support. Ang base class mo na siyang inyong gunitan nga pare sa arm para inigbit-bit ninyo sa microscope. And illuminator, a light source located at the base of the microscope. We also have the arm. It is the part of the microscope that connects the base to the head and the eyepiece tube to carry the microscope. As I said earlier, class, ang base and arm muna sa inyong gunitan para magbitbit mo sa microscope. Next, we have the stage clips, metal clips on the stage that hold the slide in place. Diaphragm or the iris diaphragm is a rotating disc under the stage with different size holes. It is used to vary the intensity and size of the cone of light that is projected upward into the slide. We also have the stage, the flat platform where the slide is placed for observation. Okay, nakasabot ka ba? Now, let's go to the part of our review session. We have the plant and animal cell. Question number 6. What is the jelly-like substance that fills the cell and supports organelles? The answer is letter A, cytoplasm. Number 7. Which organelle packages and transports materials inside the cell? Asa mo itong package center of the cell? Okay, it is the Golgi apparatus, letter C. Number 8, what is the characteristic of unicellular organisms? Letter B, all life functions occur in one cell. Number 9, which organism is multicellular? Okay, the correct answer is letter C, mushroom. Number 10, what part of the cell acts as semi-permeable barrier that controls what enters and leaves? Asam to nga part katong control barrier sa cell be? Okay, the correct answer is letter C, cell membrane. Now let's look at the different parts or organelles of plant and animal cell and their functions. Okay, number 1, we have cell wall, a rigid layer that protects and provides structural support to the cell. Cell wall class is only found in animal cell. We have cell membrane, a semi-permeable membrane that surrounds the cell, providing protection and structure and controlling the movement of substances in and out of the cell. Cell membrane class is naapod na siya sa animal, naapod sa plant cell. Next, we have vacuole. Vacuole class is, this is wrong. Vacuole class is, ang function sa vacuole is it stores water, or siya ang nag-store sa water and nutrients sa cell. Kaning dako nga organelle sa cell mo ni siya ang vacuole. We also have ribosome, an intercellular structure made of both RNA and protein, and it is the site for protein synthesis in the cell. Next, we have the chloroplast. It is a structure within the cell of plants and green algae that is site of photosynthesis. Chloroplast class is also exclusive. Naara siya makita sa plant cell. We also have Golgi apparatus. It is the cell's shipping center responsible for modifying, sorting, and packaging proteins and lipids for delivery to their final destination. We also have here peroxisome, an organelle that digests nutrients and help break down toxic materials. Peroxisome class mo itong mag-help sa cell sa detoxification sa mga toxic materials nga mosulod dito sa cell. And we have the nucleus, the control center of the cell of both plant and animals. It controls growth and reproduction sa cell. We also have the mitochondrion or mitochondria, which performs cellular respiration or the process in which nutrients are broken down and turned into energy that the cell can use. Mitochondrion class is considered as the powerhouse of the cell. We also have the nucleus or the control center of both plant and animal cell. Now we have the endoplasmic reticulum. It is a network of membranes within the eukaryotic cells that functions in protein and lipid synthesis, folding, and transport. Ang endoplasmic reticulum class is divided into two types. We have the rough ER or rough endoplasmic reticulum, which has ribosomes and synthesizes proteins for export or insertion into the membranes. And the other type is the smooth ER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which lacks ribosomes and is involved in making lipids, steroids, and detoxification. We also have the lysosome or the suicidal bug of the cell. It functions or it helps break down and recycle cellular debris, discarded cellular contents, and foreign pathogens. Cytoplasm, it is responsible for holding the components of the cell and protects them from damage. We have also the centrioles, which helps in cell division during mitosis and meiosis. Now let's go to prokaryotic cell, the two types of cell. Prokaryotic cell are single-celled microscopic life forms that lack true membrane-bound nucleus and other bound organelles. From the word procast, prokaryotic, pro means before or they lack a true membrane nucleus. It has a simple or simplest cell structure and it contains a single circular DNA. Ang prokaryotic cell class is smaller in size compared sa eukaryotic and it divides asexually. Prokaryotic cells are also capable of living independently under extreme environment. Kaning nga mga cell class, mabuhi sila kaya nilang mabuhi sa mga too much hot o too much cold nga mga environment. Now, let's go sa eukaryotic cell. It contains a cell that contains a membrane-bound nucleus to store DNA and other membrane-bound structures. Eukaryotic or U means true nucleus. Na siya true bound nucleus. And it is more complex compared sa prokaryotic and typically larger in size. And also their DNA is organized into multiple rod-shaped chromosomes. They can undergo sexual reproduction, producing genetically diverse offspring through meiosis. Ang prokaryotic o eukaryotic cells sa class, pwede siya ma-classify into unicellular and multicellular nga mga organisms. Let's talk first about sa unicellular. It is the organisms composed of a single cell. Uni means one or single cell performing all life functions within that one unit. Ang unicellular class kanang one single cell kaya na niyang undergo metabolism, reproduction, kaya na niyang mabuhi. Mga si Jenna. And it is also microscopic in size. It means it cannot be seen with our naked eyes, and we need to use tools like microscope for us to see them. And it has a simple cellular structure, single Roman cell siya. And also, it is self-sufficient. Ibig sabihin, kaya niyang mabuhay kahit walang tulong ng ibang cells. Multicellular organisms are composed of many cells, many cells, and it is specialized to carry out specific functions. Katong cell niya class, nato siya mga specialized nga mga structure, and it has specific functions. It is macroscopic in size. It means it can be seen. Some of the multicellular organisms can be seen with our naked eye, and it also has a complex structural organization. Okay, naka-follow ra ba ta? Now let's go to the part 3 of our review session, which talks about cell division or the mitosis and meiosis. Okay, number 11. During which phase of mitosis does the nuclear membrane disappear? Okay, it is in prophase. Prophase na siya class ha. Kung mag-disappear na start ang nuclear membrane, prophase na siya. 12. What is the main purpose of meiosis? Okay, letter B, to form sex cells or gametes with half the number of chromosomes. Next, what happens during crossing over? Okay, letter B, homologous chromosomes exchange genetic material. Number 14, which type of reproduction produces genetically identical offspring? Genetically identical offspring, ang samatong reproduction? Yes, it's asexual reproduction. Okay, last number. Why is sexual reproduction beneficial to species survival? Okay, letter B. It increases genetic variety. Okay, now let's review the different type of cell division. Okay, let's start. Cell division is the process in which cell, called the parent cell, divides to form two new cells referred to as the daughter cells. And it has two types, the mitosis and meiosis. Now let's talk about mitosis class. Mitosis is the process of cell division in eukaryotic cells that results in two genetically identical daughter cells from a single parent. It is the division of somatic cells or the body cells. And it is for growth. The purpose of mitosis is for growth, repair or healing, and asexual reproduction. When we talk about mitosis class, muna siya ang division sa atong mga body cells except sa sex cells or sa germ cell. Body cells na siya class for growth, katong as we discussed sa atong lesson previously nga, it is for growth, repair, or healing sa atong mga samad, and for asexual reproduction. And also, the daughter cells nga, the two daughter cells nga maproduce sa mitosis are genetically identical sa parent cell. Ibig sabihin, it has the same DNA sa parent cell. And it has 4 stages. We have our PMAT. PMAT, remember PMAT, the stages of mitosis. We have the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. P math class. Prophase, pro from the word pro or before division. We have metaphase. The M stands for middle. A, anaphase, away, and telophase, we have two. Okay, prophase, this is where the chromosome condense and become visible. Mo na ni nga time class nga ang after sa interphase nga ang chromosome nga tumakita is condense na. Ibig sabihin, nagdikit ni dako para mahimong visible. And also, this is the time nga the nuclear envelope break up and the mitotic spindle are starting to form. Katong spindle fiber class start nagka-form sa prophase stage pa lamang. Now, in metaphase stage, or meta means middle, the chromosomes align at the cell center along the metaphase plate. Ang chromosome, mag-align na siya at the center or at the middle of the cell or the metaphase plate. We have here in anaphase stage, the sister chromatids separate and are pulled to the opposite poles by the spindle fiber. Anaphase, away, mag-separate na sila. Separate, when say away, mag-separate sila and are pulled to the opposite poles of the cell. We also have telophase, wherein the chromosome reach the poles, the spindle breaks down, and a new nuclear membranes form around the two sets of chromosome. In telophase stage class, niabot na sa opposite pole ang mga chromosomes and mo na to nga time, ang nuclear membranes mahimo na siya mo-form na siya around sa two sets of chromosome and mahimo mo na to siya ang two daughter cells. And this will be followed by cytokinesis or the cytoplasmic division or the division of cytoplasm to form two separated na nga daughter cells. Now let's go to meiosis. Meiosis is a type of cell division that produces four haploid gametes. Gametes na ni siya class ang meiosis. Ang iya i-produce is haploid gametes nga cells and it reduces the number of chromosomes in the parent cell by half. Kung ang parent cell have 46 chromosome class, during meiosis, ang iyang katong 46, after meiosis, mahimo na lang to siyang 23, half the chromosome number of the parent. And it has two-step processes. We have meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. When we talk about meiosis 1 class, the homologous chromosomes separate, resulting to two haploid cells. Kung maka-encounter kayo mo homologous chromosomes nga term class, that pertains to any stages sa meiosis 1. Kung homologous chromosome pa gani ang tawag niya da class, na siya sa stages, meiosis 1 pa na siya nga stage, any stage sa meiosis 1. Okay? And meiosis 2, sister chromatids separate resulting to 4 haploid gametes. Kung sa meiosis 1 kay 2 haploid pa siya, in meiosis 2, we have the 4 haploid gametes. And also, kung sister chromatids, gani ang iyang tawag class, sister chromatids, kung na-term nga sister chromatids, it refers to any stages sa meiosis 2. Okay, meiosis 1, or we also call it reduction division. We have prophase 1, the chromosome condense and become visible. Moto magbuo sila and mudako para mahimong visible. And this is the time nga mahitabo ang synapses or the pairing of homologous chromosome to form tetrads. Muna tong maupat na siya ang homologous chromosome class, putoy tawag og tetrads. And also, this is the most significant events nga happen in Prophase 1 is the crossing over. This is the time nga ang katong tetrads or ang mga chromatids sa atong tetrads is mag-crossover to exchange genetic material. In Prophase 1 class, dira may tabo ang genetic material or ang variation sa DNA. And also, the nucleus disappears and spindle fiber is starting to form. Now, in metaphase 2, the paired homologous chromosomes or the tetrads class line up along the equator of the cell. Nasa middle ang mag-line ang mga paired homologous chromosomes or you can call it tetrads. And also, the spindle fiber is attached to the kinetochores of the chromosomes. In anaphase 1 class, the homologous chromosomes separates or anaphase, di ba? Anaphase motong away. Oh, ang homologous chromosomes separates daw, mag-separate and move to the opposite pole. And in telophase 1, the chromosome arrived at the opposite pole of the cell and the nuclear envelopes form around the chromosomes. Kaya ang end product sa meiosis 1 class is 2 haploid, di ba? 2 haploid daughter cells. So, ang mabuo diri nga cells is 2 haploid nga daughter cells. And also, the chromosomes mag-decondense na sad, mag-decondense sa purang chromosome and mag-decondense in preparation para magkatong 2 daughter cells mag-undergo, mag-undergo of meiosis 2 or the equational division. Ang meiosis 2 kuno class kay somewhat the same ra siya sa mitosis. Okay? Oh, in prophase 2, we have the nuclear envelope breakdown and chromosome nag-condense na pod, chromosome condensation occur, the spindle formation, and most importantly, wala na crossing over nga mahitabo. Kay nahitabo naman ang crossing over sa prophase 1. So in prophase 2, wala na crossing over nga mag-occur. We have metaphase 2, chromosomes aligned at the equator of the cell. Anaphase 2, sister chromatids of every chromosome separates and move to the opposite poles. And we have telophase 2, chromosomes arrive at the opposite poles of the cells. And nuclear envelope reforms around each step. O, nga rin sa meiosis 2 class in telophase, ang resulting product kay 4 haploid gametes or 4 haploid daughter cells, and it will be followed by cytokinesis forming a 4 separated na nga daughter cells. Okay, let's talk about sexual reproduction. It occurs when female gametes or the sex cell unites with a male gamete in the process called fertilization. Okay, fertilization class is the union of sperm cell and egg cell. Okay, and the offspring is genetic recombination of the mother and father. It also ensures that the offspring are genetically different from their parents and even their siblings. Di ba class kay? Ato atong gisgutan nga sa meiosis 1 ay crossing over nga mahitabo. Wow. As a result of the crossing over nga nahitabo sa prophase 1, na siya genetic recombination or ang mga offspring is genetically different from their parents and even sa ilang siblings. A sexual reproduction class, on the other hand, is one parent organism produces offspring without meiosis or fertilization. Dili na siya kailangan og meiosis, o dili na mo undergo ang asexual reproduction, wala na meiosis o fertilization nga mahitabo. and offspring inherit all DNA from one parents. Copy, carbon copy, clone ra siya sa iyang parents class. Genetically identical clones to each other and their parent. Yes, as I've said nga, identical ra sila, carbon copy, clone ra sila sa ilang parents. And it has different types. We have binary fission, budding, binary fission, katong matunga ra class, budding, katong mutubo nga gamay sa parent, kumbaga sa parent nga organism, mutubo, mubuds ra nga another organism. We had fragmentation, katong ang usa ka organism kay mag-break nga part sa iyang body, and katong na-break nga part, pwede na itong matubuan og bagong organism. And same sa parent organism, pwede ra sa katong part nga natanggalan, pwede rang mag-form og another organism. We have the spore formation and parthenogenesis. Okay, nasabtan na ba? I hope nga naka-follow ra ang tanan. I hope nga naka-gets ra sa atong review. I hope and pray nga maka-answer more class during your exams. Okay, I will be sending the link of this recorded review session sa atong GC, and that's all. Thank you and goodbye.